All right, in this problem, you're being asked to find the missing side of a triangle. Now, in the past, you've worked with right triangles where you could use sine, cosine, and tangent. Unfortunately, this triangle is not a right triangle, so you have two other options you can use, law of sines and law of cosines. The question you want to ask yourself is, can you circle an angle and an opposite side? If so, then you can use law of sines. That's the first thing you should always try to approach first. Now, in this problem, you look at the 130, there is no measurement given to you across from the 130. The 49 does not have an angle across from it, and neither does the 24. So you might think, no, you can't use law of sines. However, don't forget that a triangle has 180 degrees inside of it. And that means if I take 130, 24, those add up to 154 degrees. There has to be a remaining 26 degrees to go in this little corner right here. So 26 degrees is this. And yes, you do have a triangle where you have an angle and a side that are opposite each other. So now we can use law of sines. And then we'll have to make sure we also, when we're trying to find x, find its angle and side that are opposite each other also and circle those two as well. Now remember, each of these two circles creates a fraction to form a proportion. So let's start with the one we actually have the information for. We're going to say sine of 26 over 49 in a fraction, like this. Then we're going to say equals sine of 24 over its opposite side, which is x, like you see right here. Then, in the proportion, when you're trying to solve proportions, remember this. You're always going to multiply the diagonal that has the variable not in, or where the variable is not. So in this case here, we're going to multiply 49 times sine of 24 first. And then wherever the variable is, we're going to divide by whatever's across from that in the proportion, and then that'll require you to divide by sine of 26. So you would write it out like this. 49 times sine of 24 for this diagonal, and then divided by sine of 26, because that's across from the variable that we're solving for. Now let's go over to our calculator and type that in. We're going to type in 49, and then times sine of 24, so sine of 24. Now remember this, you have to also make sure that you'll notice there is no parenthesis there. It's very important you press the closing parenthesis here for the calculator to do the right calculation. So you hit divide, or close the parentheses, and then divide by sine of 26. And then what you'll notice is we've typed it all in one straight line across in your calculator. That's the best way to do it. Then just press enter, and you'll notice your answer comes out to be 45.46 units. So that's what we're going to write for our answer, 45.46 units. And we're done. So remember this, when you can look at a triangle and find an angle and a side that are opposite each other, sometimes finding that missing angle if you have to, then you can use law of sines. And law of sines makes a proportion where you multiply your diagonal without the variable first, divide by what's across from it, and you'll find your answer at the very end. Hopefully this video helps you, and good luck.